Hey, welcome to Western Edge Living, presented by CHI St. Alexius Health Dickinson. I'm Bill Polinick.
And I'm LeAnn Stashowski. We share interesting stories with interesting people about interesting things.
CHI St. Alexius Health, they have a lot of things going on, a lot of programs, a lot of activities. We encourage you to please follow them on Facebook. CHI St. Alexius Health Dickinson, embedded in the community here on the Western Edge. You know, another thing that's embedded here on the Western Edge is the Make-A-Wish benefit, and it's coming up on March 14th at the West River Ice Center in Dickinson. And today I'm going to visit with my longtime friend Kelly Braun, and he's going to tell us a little bit about what to expect at that event and a lot more too. He's, like I said, a longtime friend, and he's here because I don't owe him any money, for one thing, so I wasn't intimidated by that. And you've got an interesting guest as well.
Yes, the new CPO of Make-A-Wish regionally, right? Correct, I believe. We'll be talking about a few great things, so stay tuned here on Western Edge Living, presented by CHI St. Alexius Health Dickinson.
CHI St. Alexius Health Dickinson presents Western Edge Living.
Western Edge Living.
If you're watching our show on YouTube, go ahead and make sure that you subscribe to our channel. We'd appreciate it. And leave us a comment down below where you have the Western Edge Living YouTube channel, and we appreciate everybody who frequents that channel. This is Western Edge Living, presented by CHI St. Alexius Health Dickinson. And we're visiting with a longtime friend. We were talking before we went on the air. I've seen your TV side. I've seen your radio side. I've seen your insurance side. It's my friend Kelly Braun.
Good to see you, Bill.
Good to see you with Make-A-Wish.
Yes, sir.
You know why I like interviewing you?
Why?
I don't know. I'm asking you.
Why? I don't know.
Just kidding. No, it's because, I was going to put some notes together, and, when you're going to have a conversation with a longtime friend, you don't sit and make notes and things. You just let it flow, and that's what we're going to do today. So how have you been?
Good.
Good winter?
Good winter. I mean, winters, we can't really complain.
Boy, we really can't. It's
had
been
a heck
wonderful.
of a day. Heck of a winter.
Family all doing good? Nobody's in jail or anything?
Nope, not recently.
Glad to hear that. Glad to hear that. Well, we had you come in today because you have the Make-A-Wish benefit, which has become a benchmark event here in Dickinson and the western side of the state. It's scheduled for March 14th. And I was explaining to LeAnn what it's like, and I said, it's like a big carnival. You got all sorts of moving parts and things. What goes on, Kelly, after you wrap up an event one year and until you go to the next event the following year? What tasks are you completing for that?
Well, I mean, honestly, when we first get done, we just try to recharge a little bit. Everybody's worked hard, and we're kind of done with working, but then we have to finish up all the bills and all the invoices, and we usually write a little check to Make-A-Wish North Dakota, whatever we get to make for the profit. And about that time, we start planning for the next one, figuring out what we're going to do next. Beginning in January, we start going out looking for donations, and that runs up until about March 14th at noon, I suppose.
Oh, yeah. And now probably you take a donation that night too, I'm sure.
Yeah, we do. I mean, and that's just it. We have people walking in all day Friday and Saturday morning dropping stuff off, and lots of times it's not even people that we ask. They're just people that want to donate and they can't make it, or they'll even come. But they drop stuff off for us so we can put on the auction items.
I think you pointed out, and LeAnn and I were talking prior to the interview today, that the money generated stays in the state, right?
Yeah. Yep. And we do. I mean, all of it stays in the state of North Dakota. We earmark hours for our children out of Southwest North Dakota. Mm-hmm. But yeah, every penny stays here.
Yeah, and it's been successful. I mean, everybody talks about this event. Everybody looks forward to the middle of March for this event. Has it, as far as the money generated over the years, has it been kind of a spike going uphill and a little bit more every year?
So far.
Knock on wood. Hope it didn't jinx it. Yeah.
I mean, we had there for a while, we kind of thought we plateaued. I don't know what changed, but our plateau turned back into a gain. And last year we raised the most that we've ever raised at $237,000.
Oh my goodness! Wow! Congratulations! You got to be so proud.
Yeah,
so proud.
It's fun. And this year's our 25th.
It is.
Yeah.
Okay. Kind of another benchmark
Right.
within a benchmark. The Dickinson Noon Lions, we go to their Facebook page and we see all these prizes that people have donated. First of all, what is the liaison between the Dickinson Noon Lions and Make-A-Wish?
Well, right after the Lions Club was formed, we had an opportunity to do something with a band, and Make-A-Wish kind of fell into our lap. At the time, there was 5 kids in Dickinson area that needed a wish, and they needed to raise money for those wishes. And we had the platform to do it. And so that was the first Make-A-Wish benefit we had. We raised $7,500. And we're just happy that we didn't owe money when we were done. And we've been doing it ever since. I mean, and that's kind of where we got our footing.
Yeah, and a wonderful job that you've been doing, and the trajectory that I'm talking about actually started way back then with
Right.
7,500, now 200. What did you say?
237,000.
237,000. Wow! And the event itself, March 14th. You've got food, you've got entertainment. Josh Kerr is going to be
Yes, sir.
performing, and what's one of the big highlights is the auction. And going back to what I said about the prizes that are on the Dickinson Noon Lions Facebook page, holy cow, you've never had a shortage of prizes. But what comes, I know what the one prize is. The helicopter going to be auctioned off?
It is.
It is.
We have a
Tell us
helicopter.
about that. Tell us about the helicopter.
We have a helicopter playhouse. SK Lawn Service and Builders First Source teamed together to build this thing. Now, Sean Krenz is a former Wish child, and he's built our last 4, I think, playhouses for us. And last year he was looking at doing this, and he just ran out of time. This year he started looking earlier, got some plans, and he built it. It's been running around town. We got it on a trailer. We got it parked around town. It'll make a couple more appearances in different spots. But, yeah, it's pretty neat.
Well, everybody from our producer, Ron Rhodes, to anybody that I tell that we're going to feature Make-A-Wish, have you seen the helicopter? Have you seen the helicopter?
The funny thing is we parked it at our first parking lot, and as I was pulling away, a guy was walking down the sidewalk, and I see him. He kind of stops. He pulls his phone out, and then he walked all the way around that trailer with the I think he took a videotape of the whole thing, but the very first person to walk by it turned around and either took photos or a videotape of it.
Would you say that's the highlight of the auction? That helicopter?
I think at the moment we also have a cheesecake that usually does pretty well.
A what?
A cheesecake.
A cheesecake.
Yeah, Sage Radnick is another Wish girl out of Amadon. She makes a plate. She gets a plate that she designs every year, and then she makes a cheesecake.
Wow.
And the last 3 years, it's averaged about $4,000.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Wow.
So that's one of our big ones. And then we have a Make-A-Wish bear that usually gets sold 5 to 11 times, I think, is the most it's been sold. And then that comes with a little extra special gift that no one knows about until after the bear's bought.
I think you've had Carson Wentz's football helmet one year, and so there's always some really fun surprises that come up.
Yeah, we got a few things coming.
All right, looking forward to it. Selecting a Wish kid, we've talked about this many times, and you just can't resolve that, the emotion that must go into what it takes to choose a Wish child. I watched a video just recently. It was on a national Make-A-Wish platform about this young girl who had, I believe, leukemia, and she had a twin brother. Her wish was for her twin brother, to meet Steph Curry from the Golden State Warriors, and watching that just reminded me of the emotion that goes on with putting these things together. And man, I mean, hats off to you, man. It's an amazing thing that you're doing, and that goes on all year long, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Currently in Southwest North Dakota, we're working on 10 wishes.
10 wishes.
Yeah.
Wow. Looking forward to hearing the results of those. I don't want to give nothing away right now because it's kind of a surprise for these.
Well, most of them we don't know what they're going to do yet.
Uh-huh.
So, I mean, I couldn't even give it away if we tried.
Okay. We'll be staying tuned for that.
Sounds good.
What else can you tell us about the Make-A-Wish benefit? March 14th, West River Ice Center, I believe. And,
correct.
Okay. And
doors open at 4. Cost to get in is $10 for adults, $5 for kids ages 6 to 12. 5 and under are free. At 4 o'clock, we have bounce castles. We might have one of the mechanical bowls. We're not 100% sure. Mm-hmm. We also have free ice skating on the other side. It's still open, so we do a free skate from 4 to 5:30. Taco bar from 5:30 to 7. And the silent auction ends about 7. Live auction begins at 8. Josh Care starts a little after the live auction ends.
Okay. This has always been a family event. You have families that come to this event every year.
Absolutely.
I think for the people out in the country, it's kind of a pre-calving party, I guess, if you will. and a lot of people attend this. It's a very well-oiled machine at this point.
Yeah, no, it is amazing. I mean, the amount of people that come, the support we get from the local businesses and the people is just amazing. And to be honest with you, like one of my favorite parts, we go up on stage with all the Wish kids that are in attendance. Some have received their wishes, some are waiting for their wishes, and you just get to feel their energy. I mean, they're getting the energy from the crowd. It's kind of like one of those deals where they get a positive refreshment. You know, that positive energy means the world to them, because some of them are still fighting really hard. But you know what? We all can use a little positivity in our life anytime we can get it. So it's amazing. The more support, the more they feel, and the better it is.
I started out this conversation, Kelly, by saying, why do I like interviewing you? And if the last 10 minutes are any indication, that's exactly why I like interviewing you. You are doing amazing work. You are an amazing human being, and congratulations for what you do for these Wish kids here in North Dakota. Thank you.
Thank you.
Kelly Braun. Okay, this is the only note I have. It's because she has a new title, and LeAnn is coming up next. She's going to speak with Amanda Godfread, who is the Chief Philanthropy Officer. I think I got it, right?
You got it.
All right, we'll be right back on Western Edge Living, presented by CHI St. Alexius Health Dickinson. Thanks for watching.
And welcome back to Western Edge Living, presented by CHI St. Alexius Health. I'm here with Amanda Godfread today, previously Regional Director, now CPO. Now that's a tough one to say. Chief Philanthropy Officer. Oh, wonderful. Thank you so much for being on.
Thanks
Appreciate
for having
it.
me.
Yeah,
Great
absolutely.
to be here.
Yes. So I'm just wondering, what does that title entail?
So I get to be working with all of the people who want to support Make-A-Wish through money, through time, through other resources. So I just try to make sure that all of those wishes that we have can be granted, that we have the resources available to do that. So sometimes that's working with fundraisers like the Noon Lions. Other times it's working one-on-one with a donor. It might be, Giving Hearts Day that just happened a couple weeks ago, where that's kind of a big statewide push. All different types of activities, just like I said, to make sure we can grant all of those wishes.
Giving Hearts Day, is that with Well, explain that.
So sure. So Giving Hearts Day is a one-day giving event that the Dakota Medical Foundation puts on, and it's for lots of different charities. About 600 participated this year.
Oh, wow.
And so it's the giving window is actually open for about a month, but the Giving Hearts Day itself is just kind of a one-day push, and it's just to really help communities and families understand the benefit of philanthropy and getting involved in any kind of charitable giving that you might want to, whether that's kids like we focus on at Make-A-Wish, or pets, or the food bank, or whomever. So it's a pretty cool effort.
So what are you seeing as far as like annual impact with Make-A-Wish needs? We spoke earlier and you said that the number of children needing is rising. So can you tell us a little bit about that?
Absolutely. So normally we've had about 60-ish or so kids waiting for their wish in any kind of phase of their wish. And right now we actually have more than 100 kids who are waiting for their wish to come true. So we have a really big uptick in kiddos. And then, as I'm sure most of your viewers are recognizing in their own pocketbooks, the prices of everything from groceries to gas to everything in between have gone up. And so therefore the cost of our wishes have too. For the longest time, our average wish cost was about $12,700, and that was broken out in between about $7,500 in cash, and then the rest, $5,200, would be donated in kinds, goods and services. So if a vet donated, shots for a dog, or if somebody donated concrete, that kind of thing. Now, with the rise of prices, our average cash cost is pushing more toward $10,000. So we're always just wanting to make sure opportunities like the Noon Lions event are successful and that they feel appreciated, because we need those types of events and donors to make sure every wish can be granted.
What are some of the wishes that you're seeing here in North Dakota?
We have a wide variety of wishes. So that's actually the really, really cool part about Make-A-Wish is every kid gets to choose their own wish. So no wish looks exactly like another one, and I love that. I am working with a wish child right now who's wishing to go on a tropical vacation. So we're talking her through all of the fun things that she wants to be able to do on the beach. There are a lot of kiddos that wish for pets. Those are really special in a lot of circumstances because many kids can't go out and socialize in public the way a non-ill child would be able to. Maybe they're immunocompromised, or maybe they just don't feel well enough to go out of the house. And so by having a dog or a cat, some type of pet, they've got that companionship and that interaction that they would be missing otherwise. Most of the kids that we serve do ask to go on a trip. A lot of those trips are to warm places, gee, I wonder why. But beaches, places like Disney World, Disneyland, Hawaii, that type of thing. And we want to be able to make those dreams come true for those kids and families.
One wish that really stuck out to me was Beckett, a wheelchair nonverbal that wanted accessible playground equipment.
Yes.
Do you want to tell me about that?
That was really special as well because you can't, a lot of times wish kids are their lives are determined by their illness, right? Can they go outside and play today? Can they go to school? Can they join a sports team? All of these things that are maybe commonplace or an afterthought for most families, these kids don't have access to. And so Beckett's in a wheelchair and he's nonverbal, and so he can't just go down to the neighborhood park or play at the school park necessarily. And so by having this accessible play set at his own house, getting outside, getting fresh air, kind of getting your sillies out, if you will, when you're a child, that made it so much easier for him to do. And the thing that I thought was so special is his mom commented about the wish that clearly making friends in a position like he's in is also challenging because you don't, number one, you don't have the same opportunities, but especially when you're nonverbal, how are you going to form those relationships? Well, the wish build itself was so intriguing to the neighborhood kids that they all kind of came over to see what was going on. And then this accessible play set is so cool that they wanted to give it a try too. So he was able to build some connections and friendships even just through the wish. That wasn't necessarily what our goal was, but it was a side effect, and it was so powerful, and I'm just really proud that he got to have that.
That really shows the power of yes, especially
Absolutely.
when these kids are experiencing hearing no a
Mm-hmm.
lot. Is there any psychology behind that? And maybe I think I read improved outcomes.
There is actually, so Make-A-Wish itself has been around for about 45 years now. We began in 1980 nationally, 1985 here right in North Dakota. And because of that, we've got a lot of kids that we've served, and so we could do some research based off of those kids. And we know that kids who receive a wish do better in their medical journey than kids who do not. And we're not saying we cure anybody, but they do better. And one of the reasons why is children's bodies, everybody's body responds better to treatments, to different therapies when you're relieved of traumatic stress.
Yes.
And when you
Yes.
have something positive to look forward to, when you have hope.
Yep.
And a wish can really give a family, and specifically the child, both of those things. And so then, if their stress is reduced, then their medicine is able to work better. If they have hope,
Yep.
they're able to push themselves further. One child actually in Grand Forks on the east side of the state just got to meet Justin Jefferson this fall with the Minnesota Vikings.
Oh, wow.
And his illness is slowly deteriorating his body, and he was very near needing a feeding tube. And he was starting to feel overwhelmed and kind of hopeless, and like, well, I'm just going to resign myself. This is my future. I'm going to go on the feeding tube. When he met Justin Jefferson, Jefferson was talking all about his own journey and how he was the small kid growing up, and he was not the fastest and he was not the best, but he just kept pushing himself and pushing himself and pushing himself, and he never gave up. And, now look where he is. He's a professional athlete. So that really gave Jace, the wish kid, the motivation to say, I don't have to give up. I don't have to let this define me right now. I can keep pushing myself. And so that's been extra motivation for him too, which is, again, a really, really beautiful side effect.
I think what you're saying is, in essence, is that families, maybe even more so in rural North Dakota, experience positive outcomes, but they need to ask as well, right?
Yeah, I mean, I think there's just a lot of benefits from a wish. We always want to make sure the wish belongs to the child, so that it's their decision to own. Like you say, that we want them to hear a yes.
Yep.
But there's so many ripple effects across the family.
I was reading that some families in rural North Dakota are afraid to ask, or they hesitate. Why is that?
Well, I think it's true across the whole state, and maybe even more broadly the Midwest. I think we don't ever want to burden anybody. We don't ever want to make anybody feel like we don't have it. Like, oh, I got it, I'm fine.
Yeah,
We
yep.
do that a lot, everybody. And so I think in the case of wish families, they feel that just like any other family would. But then I think even more so, when your child is medically fragile, you might even be hesitant to
Yes.
expose them to something else because you don't know how it's going to go. And they're already struggling, so you don't want them to have any kind of disappointment or chaos or anything like that. You want everything to be as positive and controlled as possible. But that's one of the great things I think about Make-A-Wish is we have such a strong reputation locally and nationally
Yes.
for doing a good job that I think it's reassuring to families when we come in and they can see other wish families that have had a positive experience, that they know, okay, my child will be safe in this environment and have a positive experience.
So if there was a family that wanted to reach out to Make-A-Wish that is in need, how would they do that?
Absolutely. So we can accept referrals from all kinds of sources, so we can get connected with kids in a lot of different ways. And the best way to do that is to go to our website, which is wish.org/North Dakota. So that's directly to our local chapter. There is a referral icon that you can click on and fill out the form. Kids can be referred by family members, or they themselves can actually refer. If they're old enough to use a computer, they're welcome to do that themselves. But then also their medical providers or anybody on their care team. So if a family isn't quite sure what to do, they could reach out to their MD, to their nurse, social worker, PT, whoever it is on their team, and work with that person as well. We just really want to make it easy and straightforward. And the form that gets filled out takes just a couple minutes. It's contact information and diagnosis. That's it. Then we reach out with a phone call to get all of the follow-up things that we need, but answer their questions. And so we try to make it simple, seamless, comfortable, and you're always working directly with us here in North Dakota.
Oh, perfect. Well, I just want to thank you so much for your time and everything that you're doing with Make-A-Wish. Thank you so much, Amanda.
Thank you, LeAnn.
And thank you for tuning into Western Edge Living, presented by CHI, St. Alexius Health Dickinson.
Western Edge Living.